Chapter 9 The Estranged Mediator. The dark of night had enveloped the town by the time I made my way along the road that would eventually lead to Highway 31. The highway was the closest landmark aside from North Star Plateau that I had to guide me towards my family. I wanted only to hold Lorraine in my arms, feel her warmth around me, and look into my children's eyes one more time. I soon convinced myself that every step was a step towards everlasting freedom. Carried by such hopeful thoughts, I ran head over heels towards the backlands of Cordale. Just as I came up to Seraphos Wheel's western edge, I heard the sirens from speeding police vehicles. I was just about to head into the woods to escape my constant pursuers, when I suddenly remembered the words I had read on the partition wall in Honeydale Hospital. May the siren songs lead you home. I glanced backward and saw a bunch of police cars stopping just by the forest's edge. From out of the vehicles came countless monsters, all of them on a mission to capture me. I shook off the thoughts swirling around in my head and continued with my escape. With quick steps and the tried-and-true maneuvers I had learned in the military, I aimed to outrun my followers and reunite with my family. My getaway was cut short, however. Just after I had leapt over a fallen tree, I fell to the ground after tripping on something in the woods. I tried to rise with all of my strength and run off again, but the persistent monsters soon caught up with me. In what seemed like a moment comprised of slow motion and despair, they threw themselves over me, and before long my entire reality went dark. After a flash of bright light, I once more came to my senses and found myself standing in a stunning flower garden on a heightened platform high in the sky. The heavens sparkled with falling stars, and the sight both puzzled and amazed me at the same time. My head was clear as day, and all my problems seemed to have disappeared. The platform on which I stood was shaped like a round disc, above which a golden-hued roof provided cover from the falling star rain. The roof was held up by 8 intricately shaped sparkling pillars, each as beautiful as the next. This far up, I could clearly see the majesty of the skies, and during that fateful moment I was made aware of how insignificant my existence was. I suddenly felt a gentle night breeze blow between the pillars into the garden, showering me with a fresh resolve. "Can't you see it?" a delicate female voice echoed throughout the vicinity. "The thing we call life? We have so much to be grateful for as long as we have that." "Who goes there?" I cried, demanding to know the origin of the speaker, but no one showed. Instead, the gentle voice continued. "Our lives, beautiful in their cosmic insignificance, must be made significant. Not by worldly desires and misplaced pride, but by deeper understanding. We must strive to find our own hearts in the sea of confusion. You must stride onto your own path and not be swept along the constant, mindless flow. The easy solution is to not question yourselves and the way of life that are thrown at you by those that wish to control your freedom, whoever they may be. That is to not choose to stand up and answer. If you continue down that road, you will never escape the darkness. Hold on to your good sentiments and make them even greater. Once you veer onto that path, things shall be much clearer." "What are you talking about? Is this another test?" I asked with a heightened voice. "Always remember that you have a choice. You may make the wrong decisions at times, but that's what makes you human. If your actions end up hurting other living beings, you must stand up and face yourself, aiming to correct your flawed ways of life." "Show yourself!" I yelled, and without warning burst into tears. A painful memory of my father suddenly appeared before me. I kneeled meekly and found myself unable to close my eyes, forced to endure the oncoming vision. Father's sentiments had shaped parts of the person I was today. The words spoken by the memory of my father weighed heavily on my mind. "Stop crying, son, and stand up. You're a man, and men shouldn't act like that. You're going to be a soldier soon. You must show them all the true mark of a warrior." "No! Stop! Please make it stop!" I yelled, mentally wounded by the images that passed by before me. The vision soon faded, and a woman enveloped in a pure bright light appeared from behind one of the platform's supporting pillars. Your father was right in one thing. You must stand up and face yourself. Only then can you grow into the person you must become, free from being controlled by your thoughts and instead being in control of them. You must never forget the ones who love and care about you, regardless of your path in life. Priorities are important, but remember that the choice is always up to you. Some of us have already realized this, but if more people would just understand this basic fact of life, then the citizens of our world could free themselves from the shackles that binds them to selfishness. The most important thing we need to ask ourselves is, will we be truly happy at the end of the road? The beautiful woman asked with a warm voice. However much my deepest impulses tried to justify the harshness I had shown to my family, I was painfully aware of how right she was. Who are you? I stammered with a weak voice, broken but at the same time healed by the holistic thoughts projected at me. Had it been earlier in my life, I would have just shunned them. But now, instead of bouncing off my mind like a reflective glass, they entered my system and bathed me in light and warmth. I am what you must understand. That is all you need to know. Should you find yourself faltering again, know that only you hold the key to break the circle of sorrow. Now stand up and show everyone that you have the strength to answer to your own heart. Go and show them the true mark of a warrior. With the woman's words fresh in mind, I stood up proudly with tear-filled eyes, facing the coming storm. The mysterious woman emitted a wave of light, which soon enveloped me in its calm embrace. Before I knew it, I plunged into a vortex of radiance and drifted off into an ethereal reality.